How long do you keep your stems? Do you have project files from 10 years ago? That's a good
That's a
question.
really good question.
Yeah.
All right, so the correct answer for me is indefinitely. I should be keeping stems indefinitely,
Mm.
and I should have project stems from 10 years ago. I've learned so much more recently on how I've changed my process,
Mhm.
because actually just this weekend, I signed a song. It's a little annoying thinking about it. I signed a song with a library in 2013.
Okay.
Those people hit me up this weekend. Now I've got a placement with the song before, but they hit me up this weekend talking about, hey, you used a word that really is censored. Can you send us a clean version? I'm
Oh,
like, dude, I don't
wow.
even know what the session is like in this song.
Yeah.
And so I wrote it in 2013. I used the word, even at the time we weren't as sensitive about it, but I would never use it now. But I should, I use the word that refers to, you might refer to mentally handicapped
Okay.
people. And I use it in a punk rock song, so I was using the kind of a punk context.
Mhm.
And it was no problem then. But now, like, if we're going to pitch the song, we might need a clean version. But I'm like, dude, that was written in 2013. And you got, but it'd be cool to catch it then and ask us about the clean version.
Yeah.
And so I had to go back, and I didn't actually have like a vocal stem at the time. We just did an instrumental stem.
Okay.
And I opened, fortunately, I did do it in Ableton. But it was an older version of Ableton, but four of the plugins I didn't have anymore. So when the
Oh,
sessions open,
man.
it's like, you don't have these waves plugin. You have these plugins. So
Yep.
I'm in there trying to figure out how to hack my way into, like, remaking a sensor version. It took a little. I had to do some workarounds, but I got them a clean version.
Yeah.
Um, but what I do now for my stuff, I do stems. I do keep them. I always do the full instrumental stem. I do the acapella stem. If it's explicit, I will do a clean version and plan to keep those stems always. I have them bounced out as high res WAV files, keep
Mhm.
them in my Google Drive, and they're there.
Yeah.
But what I've started doing with Ableton, I learned from a mix engineer last year, was I will actually take my production sessions,
Mhm.
freeze and flatten everything before I start mixing. It takes a little
Mhm.
extra work,
Okay.
and I'm not always consistent with it. But in my mind, is the way to process your work is, if I'm producing something and I've got my drum racks and I've got all these plugins and sounds and stuff, do all that stuff, and when I'm ready to mix it, flatten everything and mix everything from the way, like, commit to, this is how the sound is going to work.
Got
Mix
you.
everything from the from the actual audio files,
Okay.
because audio files, I can open up that mix session 10 years from now.
Yep.
Doesn't matter whether, now that's now, and then when it's time to, ideally, once I've mixed everything, if I have to go back and touch up that mix, then I should, theoretically, I'm still working out this process. I should also do another freeze or have some final flattening. I have to think through this part, but
Okay.
the process should be having my things ready so that 10 years, 20 years from now, I can um, open up these sessions. Because here's the thing that I'm just learning.
Mhm.
I've been doing this for over 10 years. I have so many songs that did not get placed from 2000s. But
Yeah.
you know what a lot of people are asking for right now? They're asking
That
for
stuff.
90 songs, and they're asking for 2000 songs.
Yep.
And so all those songs that never got placed, I can start repitching them now.